A shiesty city no more.
I was like, wait, are they serious?
In December, Philly had everyone talking.
It's now official.
The city council voted today to outlaw the use of these ski mask style coverings.
After these shiesty ski masks were banned on city property.
We move forward and we make progress as a people.
City leaders said that criminals were wearing them often in groups to hide behind their crimes, but 2 months have gone by since the ban, and the Shade Room started asking questions. Are police really enforcing this?
And what I predict is that that legislation in Philadelphia will actually be overturned.
What police told us that may surprise you. I'm Justin Carter. TSR News starts right now. In 2020, COVID-19 made face masks essential. But years later, rapper Pooh Shiesty, he took it up a notch and made a certain type of face mask fashionable, but it's been stirring up controversy throughout the United States ever since. And this is why. Take Philadelphia, for example. September 2022, 5 masked people shot into a crowd of people at a junior varsity football game. A 14-year-old was killed. 4 others were injured. The following year, a masked gunman shot and killed a 15-year-old high school student on a SEPTA bus. Then in July 2023, a man in a ski mask and body armor killed 5 people and injured 2. All of which the city said ski masks were used to conceal their identity, making it difficult to identify these suspects quickly. So Philadelphia City Council, they passed that ski mask ban 13-2 late last year, banning these ski masks in certain places like schools, parks, daycares, rec centers, even public transportation. But there's a big question. Is this even legal to enforce? Or better yet, will this even deter crime?
Pooh Shiesty, like these, there's an actual ban on this mask? Like, what is this?
That was Ernest Owen's reaction as editor-at-large for Philadelphia Magazine. He covers Philadelphia City Council almost every week.
Is there any research on this? Is there any data? Like, there's nothing that would support the idea on crime.
We too couldn't find concrete data outlining the correlation between Philadelphia's high crime rate and ski masks or balaclavas.
The argument was quality of life. That there were, senior citizens, community members and families that felt uncomfortable seeing youth, which arguably many of them are Black and brown young men that they're talking about, in these types of face masks.
And that is how the ski mask ban was born. The City of Philadelphia ordinance reads in part, quote, that the use of ski masks by criminals to conceal their identities is both a public safety issue and a quality of life issue. Our quality of life suffers when residents feel at greater risk of experiencing crime while going about their daily lives in this city, end quote. It did, however, point out some exceptions. Religious clothing, those who need to wear them for work, theatrical performers, and winter athletes.
If you really want to address crime, address poverty, address unemployment, create resource centers for people to not feel desperate in the streets.
Here's what some Philadelphians told the ABC News affiliate WPVI.
I don't think it's a white or black thing. You have someone with a ski mask on, and so your nerves start, the adrenaline start pumping, and you don't know if they're going to rob you, or you don't know if it's just a high school kid or someone that's really cold.
I don't know. I don't want us to wear them over here. It's freezing out here, but me personally, I don't wear them, but I think they should let other people wear them.
People like me that go to work and the other people that go to work, that early mornings and late nights, their faces can be cold. So I think certain times it shouldn't be banned, but then it should be banned.
Councilman Anthony Phillips is the bill's sponsor and was very vocal about it.
No legislation is perfect, Philadelphia, but this bill goes a long way. When we remove our masks and show who we are with all of our beautiful potential, that doesn't happen when we wear ski masks.
When you are a freshman legislator, you want to make a splash, you want to make a name for yourself, you want to, make yourself stand out. A lot of times we see a lot of elected officials put out performative legislative measures as a means to get attention.
I've been calling and emailing the office of Councilman Phillips for over a month now to see how this law has impacted crime in Philadelphia. His chief of staff, Kiana Brown, wrote me and said that she'd forward this message to their communications team to address our inquiry. They never did. I emailed again on February 5th. No response. We then asked Philadelphia police if they were enforcing this. They sent us a short statement saying, quote, "The PPD is reviewing the final legislation to identify the best approach for legal and effective enforcement."
And what I predict is that that legislation in Philadelphia will actually be overturned in similar ways that it was in Washington, D.C., because these legislation and these types of bills and laws raise serious constitutional questions around racial profiling.
They tried to get the law passed in Atlanta, too, in December, but it failed. Councilman Antonio Lewis was behind it.
So if you have your ski mask on at the gas pump, keep it on. You walk into that recreation center, take it off. That's what we're going to still stand on that. I'm going to still stand on the business of that.
We spoke to community activist Devin Barrington Ward, who joined a sea of people against it back then, saying that it would disproportionately target Black youth.
We are seeing, crime numbers go down. And that was being done without the need of legislation that bans facial coverings. And if someone is really committed to committing a crime, a legislation or a city ordinance that bans facial coverings is not going to stop somebody from engaging in that criminal activity.
The Philadelphia ski mask ban was pushed through under former Mayor Jim Kenney. There's now a new mayor, Mayor Sherelle Parker. We reached out to her team, who deferred us to City Council for a comment. Now, while it's still unclear whether or not this ban has deterred crime in the city, of course, we're going to be following up on a monthly basis to see if it's made an impact. For TSR News, I'm Justin Carter.